All right, hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the fill-in podcast. I'm Rob.
And I am David, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
And David is going to be my guide today, as I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons, or at least I didn't before I saw Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves in theaters.
Whereas I know too much and not enough. I have played some D&D and I talk to other people that play D&D and recommend playing other systems.
And yes, Jen is on assignment and did not see this in a theater.
No, not yet. Yeah. This is a fill-in episode, and it's also like, well, the two of us, like, you saw it is slightly weird, but also not weird in that you like to go to movies with people, and apparently people want to see this movie.
Yes, my nephew, who is 7, is very into like fantasy and adventure and that sort of thing, and he was excited to go to see this movie. And
was it good for a 7-year-old?
He had a great time.
Okay.
He was clutching my hand a little during a couple of the jump scares, but no, he really enjoyed it.
Good.
I mean, he's seen the the Lord of the Rings movies, and I don't think this was that much more intense than those.
Not really. There are more ghosts in the Lord of the Rings, but
yeah,
jump scares in this.
I mean, a couple of jump scares, but a little mild cursing.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he had no trouble with it, I don't think. Okay. And he's been talking about it ever since. So it gets a solid review from him.
Hooray!
Yeah. So, we are talking about Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, the second theatrical Dungeons & Dragons movie. Have you seen the first one?
Yes. I might have seen it in college in a theater.
Oh, God. I have not. I actually have not seen that one, but I understand it is bad.
When did it come out?
2000, I think.
Yeah, then I probably saw it with my roommates in college. Yeah.
Yes, the great year 2000. December the 8th. Not
that it's the second Dungeons and Dragons movie. There was at least one sequel to that first one that was direct-to-video. Maybe 2 sequels.
There were 3.
3?
There were 2 sequels. There were 2 made for, Sci-Fi Channel sequels.
Oh, okay.
Dungeons & Dragons: Wrath of the Dragon God, and Dungeons & Dragons: A Book of Vile Darkness.
Weird.
And that second one does have, what's his name? Bruce Payne.
Yeah, the guy with the blue lips.
Yeah, the guy with the blue lips. He's also the bad guy in Passenger 57, the Wesley Snipes movie. The one in which he exhorts you to always bet on black.
Oh, yes. Wait, have I seen that one? Probably.
But, that movie, everybody hated it, and it made no money. So you were one of the few and proud who saw that in the theater. But this one seems to have actually been a pretty decent success, and well regarded amongst critics.
I reasonably say, it seems, I don't entirely know how money-wise it has done, but critics seem to like it.
Yeah, apparently it's made $194 million really like worldwide. It. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Hopefully we get a sequel.
Yeah. Directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly, who they directed they directed Game Night, which is a really funny comedy from 2018.
Huh. Oh, they also wrote it with somebody else, I think?
I mean, it's entirely possible. I mean, this has been, I think, in the works for a long time.
Having another D&D movie come out has been in the works for at least a decade.
Yes, and apparently there's also a TV series in the works.
Yeah, which... sure?
I mean, I don't think it's going to have any of these characters.
No, but just in the world, an anthology that could have some of these characters pop in and out would be fantastic.
So yeah,
we both liked it.
Yes, spoilers. The other screenwriter is Michael Giglio, who I am largely not familiar with. Apparently he's been involved with various scripts that did not happen, like the Guillermo del Toro Justice League Dark movie.
Oh.
And the Lord and Miller adaptation of Carter Beats the Devil, which is a novel that I really like.
Huh. Well, that's the problem with a lot of movies. They never get made.
Yes, well, especially when Guillermo del Toro was attached to them.
Yeah, poor guy's cursed with some movies.
I'm still hopeful that At the Mountains of Madness is going to happen at some point.
He still wants to make it before he dies.
He wants to make it.
I don't know when it's going to happen, but I really want to see it. Because it'd be nice to have a good Lovecraft adaptation made by a guy who doesn't turn out to be kind of an asshole.
Yes. So...
Anyway, Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah, so this, I mean... Like, I've not played Dungeons & Dragons, but a lot of what I hear about it is that it, it often... The players do not take it enormously seriously. I mean, you can.
You can, but part of it is you're sitting at a table for like 3 to 6 hours with your friends, usually with snack foods. There's going to be chit-chat happening and scene-breaking lines. And lots of people are waiting to make that perfect joke. So I mean, there's lighthearted even when it's like more of a horror-themed game. Yeah,
I mean, this has a bit of a Princess Bride vibe to it.
Yes, it does. In that, like, it takes itself seriously while not being serious at the same. It's that delicate balance, which I was partially expecting at some point for there to be a cutaway to the players of the characters, like it would be a Princess Bride thing or a Lego movie.
I'm going to say that was the little video before the movie where the cast thanked me for going to the theater.
Oh yeah, I think there is a video of them playing D&D together that I haven't watched, which I meant to, I just didn't get around to.
And it really helps that they've assembled a very appealing cast for this.
Yes, and like other than like Chris Pine, it's like nobody who I would have expected to be like the leads of this movie.
No, I mean they. Definitely doesn't have like some
like it doesn't feel like the obvious choice of like it's going to be a fantasy movie or something.
Right, it's a fantasy movie. Okay, so we're going to cast like a somewhat distinguished white British guy.
Yeah, well, we do have one of those.
Well, this is true. So yeah, we've got Chris Pine as our lead, Ejin Darvis,
just Ed most of the time. Who like I always feel like he's a great actor, but. Like, other than Star Trek, it's like he hasn't been in movies that have been great, but he's been good in them.
I mean, Hell or High Water is really good. That's a bank robbery movie with him and Jeff Bridges doing his cowboy thing. And I think that first Wonder Woman's good.
Yeah, the first Wonder Woman's good, except for the ending. The second one I never got around to seeing because I heard weird things and...
Likewise.
Probably. That's one of those... Maybe sometime I'll see it, but I'm not in a rush. Despite the fact that it has a bunch of actors I like.
Yeah, I mean, he's always good.
Yes. But
I'm
also
not sure
it's like... It feels like you're making a D&D movie to appeal to the kids these days, and Chris Pine feels a little old to be the main character, but it works.
I mean, he is the main character, but he's not like, you're like hotshot young Turk.
Yes, I was expecting more of like the first D&D movie.
Right.
Like casting-wise.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good because, I mean, this does have a British actor who's hamming it up as the bad guy, but is doing so, I feel, not just to pay off a castle.
No. He's doing it because, like, that's just Hugh Grant.
Yeah, so he's one of our lead, and he and his heterosexual life partner in this movie is barbarian Holga Kilgore, played by Michelle Rodriguez.
Who is, again, always delightful in any movie I've ever seen her in. A bunch of the movies she's been in have been crap.
Yes.
Or you get, like, the Resident Evil movies and Avatar, and it's like,
Well, she's only in that first Avatar, and then she's in most of those Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Of which I've only seen a handful.
I mean, I like Michelle Rodriguez a lot. I wouldn't say she has an enormous amount of range.
No, she's often typecast as the Vasquez from Aliens.
Yes, except she's actually Hispanic.
Yes.
But she is good at... I mean, she does a thing, and she's very good at doing that thing, and, that isn't necessarily a knock. I mean, there are so many, Golden Age and Silver Age movie stars who did a thing, and that's kind of what they did.
Yeah, I think she has a little bit more range in this. Well, I haven't seen some of the later Fast and Furious movies. She has
I don't know.
She has a little bit more of a sense of humor in this one than she usually does.
Yes.
Or is allowed to have a sense of humor.
Mm. Because it is a slightly sillier movie.
Yes.
Well, as noted, that her character traits are that she loves potatoes and tiny men.
Yes. Oh, God. We'll come back to the potato.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
I have no idea how long this is going to be, but I will be gushing about so many weird little things.
Yeah, so we start with them imprisoned in this Arctic jail in the wastelands or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably specific. Like, this takes place in the Forgotten Realms, which is like the main D&D campaign world, which I've never played in. I played D&D for like 8 years ago, and it was all made up campaigns. It's like we just did our own shit and things. But like, I'm only sort of like tangentially familiar with Forgotten. Well, I guess I did play Baldur's Gate. I think that's in Forgotten Realms.
I've heard of that.
I forget if I played Baldur's Gate 2. Those have been like on my Steam list to get someday when they're cheap and play again.
And so the guys who show up in this are not really like... They're not like known D&D characters for the most part?
No, there's one character in this who's known, I think. Or, well... Oh, right, because they're in Neverwinter. I think the... Mayor, whatever the fuck of Neverwinter. He's presumably he's a statted out character in some book, I would guess.
Okay, yeah, this is the Arctic prison is in Revel's End.
Again, never heard of it, but it's there. Like they're using the actual map from the game. Basically, it's like, oh, that's neat. They worked in the world, like, because the original D&D movie, it's like, I don't know what the fuck it was supposed to be. It was all random crap. This at least is like I've heard of like Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter and stuff. It's like, okay, some semi-familiar names.
And then as they're explaining this to their parole board, which includes a bird guy, who is apparently these bird guys are known guys.
Yes. Oh, I loved the races. Like, the council's like one human, an elf, or... Oh, no, was she like a halfling or something? She might have been really short.
I don't know if she was as short as the halfling we see later.
No. So she might have been... I don't know. I don't know all the races, and I didn't realize it was a halfling. Was like, that threw me off. Because I was expecting a gnome or something, or dwarf.
But the bird guys are known bird guys.
Yes, the Arakoa? Yes.
Okay.
But before that, it's like, it's a dragonborn. Like, my first D&D character was a dragonborn. So it was nice to see him up on screen. It's like, oh, that's cool. And then
so is that what happens when, like, a person makes it with a dragon? And if so, how does that work? Is this like in Shrek?
Yes, but, well, dragons are shapeshifters in a lot of D&D scenarios, so they can turn into people. Then. Yes. And Dragonborn are, well, I think the original Dragonborn were just like people that had some dragon ancestry and maybe horns, but that gets confused with tieflings, who are humans, elves with horns. But later Dragonborn in the current edition, like, is a big dragon man.
Okay.
And yes, they're stalling for time, waiting for the
they're explaining that, right there. You may be wondering how I got into this situation, and so we got our dump of backstory.
Yeah, which so as he was telling it, I was thinking, I was kind of hoping this is all bullshit. I was hoping for that entire backstory to be fake. It turns out it wasn't. For the good that it wasn't, but like the bullshit he was telling us, like. He's just making this up to stall for time, waiting for Jarnathan to arrive, which is a great name, and that's the Arakoa Birdman.
Right. I was vaguely curious as to whether this would be like the entire movie, and then we cut to them at the end, finishing it. But they do call back to this at the end in an amusing way. So,
oh yeah.
So yeah.
Since we're speaking of monsters. Mm-hmm. And, well, I had a dragon roll the other day, and I could not find, like, a dungeon-based food. But I have a Monster energy drink, and I've never had any Monster or any kind of energy drink before.
Oh.
So this should be entertaining or possibly horrible for me.
I think it's supposed to taste like apple. I'm not sure.
That would be nice. I have no frame of reference for energy drinks because I've never wanted them.
I'm having some pomegranate Turkish tea that my sister got me.
Well, I also have Earl Grey tea, but it's like I was at the checkout counter the other day before I went to go get my hibachi and dragon roll, and it's like fuck it, I'll just grab a monster. It's funny. And let's see what that's like.
So our pal Edgin, he was a member of the Harpers. Are they an existing thing?
Yes. Again,
okay, so
I barely know anything, but they're an existing group.
Okay, so they're like this sort of loose-knit group of heroes.
Yeah.
And then he busted a red wizard, and all red wizards are, I guess, evil.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, I only have a vague connection to Forgotten Realms. But Dragonlance, I have read a shitload of books of those. Mm-hmm. They're also D&D tangential. And red wizards there's white wizards and black wizards.
Okay.
They get fireballs and curing magic, and red are somewhere in between and easily twisted by dark gods and shit.
Okay.
Which I guess is the same shit in Forgotten Realms.
Mm. So and the forces of this red wizard that he busts end up killing his wife, and we, in a perhaps the most false note of the movie, we get a straight up flashback to your dead wife, lit ethereally underneath a bunch of sheets.
Yeah, okay.
Like the most cliched dead wife shot in cinema. It was insane.
That is another part where I was hoping this story was mostly bullshit. Because the dead wife cliche is very cliche. Like, this is probably the best I've seen it handled in a long time, but I kind of hate that trope.
And they also, he and his wife had a young daughter who's played by Chloe Coleman, who was just in that Adam Driver 65 movie where it's Adam Driver versus dinosaurs.
Oh, that movie.
Yes.
I've seen the trailers for that, and I wonder if it's any good or just garbage. Like, the trailers, it's like, I don't know, is this bad time travel? Is this alien planet? This feels like a short story from the 50s.
Yeah, it's a solid, I'm going to watch this when it hits streaming.
Yeah. Oh, and my monster, it does taste kind of like cider, which is disconcerting and annoying because I kind of like it. But it's also, like, too bitter. Anyway.
So he gets to a drinking, and he ends up befriending this barbarian, Michelle Rodriguez, and so he becomes part of a band of thieves. So they team up with a sorcerer, played by Justice Smith, who is, I guess, half elf.
I think, yeah.
I know him from Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
He's also in the Pikachu movie.
He was in that Pikachu movie.
And I saw him in something else.
And specifically, he's not just a magician, he is a bad magician.
Well, okay, here's the thing. He's a sorcerer, which is different from a wizard, but he's, like, when you pick D&D, like, you can have subclasses other than, like, just wizard or sorcerer or whatever. And he is a wild magic sorcerer, which means every once in a while you're going to roll a d20, and whatever the outcome on that dice is going to be wild magic, which could be beneficial or complete bullshit. And that's what the fuck he is.
I mean, I'm just I'm fond of the bad sorcerer thing because I was The Last Unicorn was a frequent viewing in the London family household back in the day.
It's a trope that, like, is good but also annoys me because it's in so many like, it's even in Krull they have a shitty wizard who can only just turn himself into animals and things.
Yeah, I just watched Krull.
Because neat. It's a thing to limit the power of the heroes in that your magical dude is only so competent, so he can't solve every problem with a fireball. Which is good story-wise, but it's also like, man, I want to see a little bit more magic, but there is a bunch of magic in this movie. Yeah,
I mean, I did not have a problem with the amount of magic in this movie, in which there is quite a lot.
Yeah. Although, like, Ed is supposed to be a bard.
Right.
But he barely ever does any bard stuff. He acts more like a thief, as many people have pointed out.
So a bard that doesn't just play the lute or whatever?
Well, he plays the lute, but also does some spells. Or plays the lute to, like, inspire other characters. Which, well, he does do inspiring, just mostly through talking, not through music magic.
They'll team up with the Forge Fitzwilliam, who is a rogue.
Yes, I guess.
And who is Hugh Grant well into his old ham phase.
Yes.
Have you seen Paddington 2 by any chance?
No, I haven't seen either Paddington.
Oh, they're actually really good.
Oh.
And he's extremely funny in Paddington 2.
Oh, good.
Like, much like in that, he's also the villain. And, spoiler, I saw the trailers for this and I thought, oh, my God. So I guess, spoilers, Hugh Grant is obviously going to turn out to be the bad guy, but it turns out
he's the British guy. He's kind of the bad guy, but not the bad guy.
Well, he's revealed to be the bad guy like 10 minutes into the movie, so it's not, we didn't pull the wool over your eyes here.
And it's not so much that he's pure evil, he's just mostly greedy and self-centered.
Yes. And you've also got, and then the last member of this is Sophina, who is, spoilers, a red wizard who is secretly super evil.
Yes.
And played by Daisy Head, who is the daughter of Buffy the Vampire Slayer's Anthony Stewart Head.
Neat. They look nothing alike.
No, they do not. Which means that she is also the niece of Murray Head, the guy who did One Night in Bangkok.
Huh. Weird. Cool.
It's a show with everything but Yul Brynner. Anyway, so they organize this heist in which they attempt to steal a tablet of reawakening, which Edge intends to use to resurrect his wife, but instead, he and Michelle Rodriguez get caught, sent to ice jail, and everybody else gets away.
Yes.
So eventually they stall with this backstory. Jarnathan the bird guy arrives, and they make a daring escape using him as a makeshift living hang glider.
Yes, because Arakoa can glide for a limited distance.
And I really appreciate how puppety he is.
Yes! Oh, God. And there's behind the scenes I've seen, like, him just walking around. It's like, oh, he looks so neat. Like, he's very high-quality Jim Henson effect, although I don't think... Was it the Henson people that worked on this?
I didn't see them in the credits.
Okay, I didn't think so. But it felt very much like, oh, this came out of Labyrinth or something.
Yes, he looks like a much healthier Skeksis.
Yes. It's like they just crashed through the window using this crow man as a makeshift glider.
And so they escape and they head to the city of Neverwinter. And turns out that Hugh Grant is now in charge after the guy who was previously in charge got mysteriously sick.
Yes, he's in a coma, conveniently.
Yes. And he's also adopted Chris Pine's daughter, telling her that, her father totally sucked.
Well, Ed had told him, was like, take care of my daughter. I was like, okay, fine. Which is like the one really good thing he has done since taking over Neverwinter and becoming an evil lord. So, yes, and Sophina is still hanging around. She is indeed a red wizard, and she kind of deliberately set up the whole thing. Yeah, she was trying to freeze everyone in the bubble and get rid of them.
Yes, there was like a time bubble thing. So, so she tries to kill them. They get away. And so they decide that they're going to do a Dungeons & Dragons movie, and they're going to heist his Hugh Grant's vault because they're going to have the High Sun Games,
which presumably is a thing.
I mean, it's like a festival gladiatorial contest kind of thing that will provide
that was previously banned because it kills people.
Yes, and it's very, classic heist movie. We're going to set up a heist during this, this interestingly cinematic occasion. Yeah,
because a heist is a very great thing for an RPG. It's like, you go in, you do a thing, you plan a thing, and either it works or it doesn't, and you get right back out. It's a great session setup.
Well, that's why heist movies are so great. I love a good heist movie.
Oh, yeah, they're just great in general. I mean, it's like the first Guardians of the Galaxy is sort of a heist.
I mean, that's basically a heist movie. That first Ant-Man is pretty much a heist movie.
Oh, yeah. But aren't all of them?
Maybe not so much the third one.
Yeah, I haven't seen the third one yet. And I have a cat at the door. Be right back.
Okay.
Can I reach? No, I can't reach it. Hi, cat. You coming in? Okay. I'm back.
Okay. So they decide they're going to get the band back together.
Yes.
So they track down Justice Smith, who is now like a stage magician, sorcerer, and not a particularly successful one.
Doing prestidigitation and stealing money.
Yes.
I have notes for this, but
and they obviously can't have a heist with 3 people, so they need an extra person. And he has a suggestion: a tiefling druid. Now,
yes.
So the tieflings, they're not like born, like you don't, like 2 tieflings don't get together and make another tiefling. It's like mutants in Marvel Comics, where like somebody is just born a tiefling.
Yeah, well,
from humans.
Probably yes. Well, it's like human and demon.
Okay.
Can have a tiefling child, or like somewhere in your past lineage there was a demon, or like mutant influence is like just pops up. Somebody's born with horns. And a tail, which I didn't notice she had until like way late into the movie.
Yeah, no, I did not notice the tail until like the last act. I mean, part of it is because she is an animal for a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
Various animals.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the druid in this movie is broken.
Oh, like she's too powerful?
Well, it's not that she's too powerful. It's like, by the standard rules, you only transform into an animal like 2 or 3 times a day or something. It's way more limited than... like that one chase scene that happens later where she does like 8 times in a row. It's not like it's breaking the rules there. It's just that, well, that's unusual, changing to that many different animals. And when we first meet her, she's an owlbear, and that used to not be part of the rules. You couldn't be something that big.
But it is now?
Yes, it is now.
Anyway, she's Doric, and she's played by Sophia Lillis, who I mostly know from... she was in It.
Oh, yeah! I was just like, she was familiar, but I didn't bother trying to figure out from where.
She plays the young Jessica Chastain.
As in the only half of the It movie I saw.
I think that's the better half.
Well, yeah, because the second half starts with thing I do not want to see, and then it's just like, because like the future version of the old TV series version, miniseries version, was like, that was the boring half.
Yes, but she's very good in this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because she's bouncing off Justice Smith, and like, because it turns out they're exes.
Well, I mean, exes in the sense that he made his play and she shot him down.
I don't know. I felt like they dated a couple times and it did not work.
Yeah, maybe like one date.
Yeah. Well, mostly because he does not have self-confidence. Yes.
And, and so she is not particularly interested in the money, but she does want to get at Hugh Grant because he is logging her, like, forest realm.
Yes, because she was taken in by the elves because the human family kicked her out, and it's like, living with the elves and logging. It's like, yes, must fight back and stop that, so I will steal money. Not that I want the money. Oh, good, we get to keep more of the money.
Yes. So, and indeed, this does lead to a really cool sequence in which she shapeshifts into a variety of animals.
Yeah, to snoop and spy and get information about where all this money and shit is going to be.
All right, and there is and the vault is defended by the seal of Mordenkainen.
Mordenkainen, yes.
And that's like a known Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Well, Mordenkainen is like this ancient wizard who came up with a bunch of spells.
Okay.
I think. It's one of those things, like, there are various spells of his in the books.
Okay, I gotcha.
Or actually, wait, can I find more than just one? With my convenient player's handbook. Well, they may not have any in this book. How do you spell Mordenkainen? Oh, here we go. Mordenkainen's Faithful Hound. Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion.
Oh.
Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum, which I guess most of these spells are making a little tent to sleep in overnight.
Okay.
Mordenkainen's Sword.
Okay.
So he's like, there are various old wizard names they attach to spells, which I think most of them were from like Gary Gygax's original sessions and shit. Like, these were the names of characters he played with. Or, well, that he DM'd for anyway.
Yeah. Now, obviously, their sorcerer does not... these are super... This is a super powerful seal, and thus he cannot break it. But he thinks that maybe the Helm of Disjunction could do it.
Yeah, which is, again, probably an actual artifact.
And it was last seen, I guess, in a battle with a bunch of barbarians involving Michelle Rodriguez's ancestors.
Yes, and a big black dragon spewing acid.
Yes. So we... and yet we do get a little... that is the one of the two dragons we see in this movie.
Yes. It does cover dragons. Plural.
And a dungeon.
Various things can be dungeons. There's the Under the Colosseum. There's when they go to the Underdark.
Mm. So they end up having to... So, they go to this graveyard and they dig up a bunch of dead barbarians because they have a talisman that allows them to answer 5 questions before they return to death.
I forget what the hell that spell is called, but yes,
they keep
a thing. They fuck up the first one royally.
It's a real Homer Simpson thing where they keep messing it up.
Yeah, like there's comedy in this, but it's more incidental comedy than like, oh, we're just making stupid quips that are out of character.
Yes,
it's in character comedy and it's basic shit. It's like, okay, that question didn't count, did it? Yes. Shit. It's great. But yeah, so they go through most of the entire graveyard, piecing together clues of like who had the helmet last and what happened to it, until they get to the last guy, and they forget to ask him 5 questions.
Yes, and then there's the post-credit scene involves the one guy who they asked 4 questions of, waiting for somebody to ask him a question so he can return to death.
Yes.
And it turns out the helmet is in the possession of Zenk Yendar.
Which is a mouthful.
Who I kept thinking of as Dash Rendar.
But Dash Rendar is an asshole, and this guy is a paladin, and such a paladin.
Yeah, so he's played by Roger Jean Page, who's the main guy on that Bridgerton show, which is very popular, and I have not seen.
Nope. I just know he's incredibly handsome.
He is extremely handsome. And, yeah.
Like, various parts of this movie, like telling the flashback and stuff, and like the section that Zenk is in, like it feels like this movie is a collection of like 5 or 6 game sessions stitched together into a movie. And some people accuse like Zenk of being like, oh, this is a DM PC, like it's the DM running a character. But to me, it felt more like, oh, we had a guest, like one of our friends came back from college or something and wants to play one session, and the DM gave him a ridiculous character to play, and he plays it to a T because he's a drama major.
So he's from a land where a bunch of people were turned into like zombies by a red wizard, and he got like a partial whiff of it, so he's kind of like a blade.
Yeah, he's been touched by the evil, but he's devoted himself to being a paladin, who are like traditionally the most stick up the ass character class to play.
Yeah, I mean he's the straight man in this, but he's extremely funny.
Yes, because he plays it over like I wish I could remember any of the lines. Like people are asking him things, and like he's Ultra Magnus deadpanning back at them.
Yes.
Like he does not understand idioms.
There's a great scene where he's walking away, and there's just there's a rock in his path, and he's like, okay, so he's going to walk around it. He just walks straight over it.
That was improv.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Like, they were just filming him walking away. He just kept going, and there's just keep rolling. He's going to get to that rock. Let's see what happens. And he just walks over it. It's like, that's in the movie.
That was very funny.
It's like so straight, like no deviation. It's perfect. That is a paladin. This is like the best version of a paladin I've ever seen. Because he's just Ultra Magnus. But that's at the end when they get the helmet. Anyway.
Yeah, so
they meet Zenk. Zenk saves a baby tabaxi, the cat people, from inside a fish.
Right.
And like that baby tabaxi was like maybe the worst effect in the movie, but it still looked okay because it was a wet cat child just wiggling. Like everything else is like It feels like so lived in. Like it's very much a real world, like every set and location they filmed at.
So they decide that they're going to have to... they're going to need like a teleportation staff to get there.
Well, no,
or I can't remember exactly how this happened.
They accidentally get the teleportation. Like, oh, where did they get the staff in the first place? They stole it or something.
Right, so she wants to... So we've previously mentioned that Michelle Rodriguez is a real thing for smaller men.
Oh, yes.
And they're, I guess, in the area, and she wants to visit her ex just to get some closure. And her ex is a halfling, played by Bradley Cooper.
Which was really weird for me, because I think it's the first time I've ever seen Bradley Cooper in a movie.
Oh, wow, really?
I think so. I only know him as Rocket Raccoon.
Oh.
It's like so seeing Rocket Raccoon as a person, it's like, this is weird.
I mean, I've seen him in a bunch of things, and what I appreciate about Bradley Cooper is his willingness to kind of, like, just be in movies. Like,
yeah,
he
this is a very, very bit part.
Like he's, well, you might say it's a small role.
Haha. Yeah, it's also weird. Like he's, what is it, halfling? They say.
Right now, I was under the impression that halflings were just kind of hobbits, but
yes,
we changed the
hobbits.
name. But instead of like a short person like Elijah Wood, he's like a regular-sized person who's been hit with a shrink ray.
Well, like Lord of the Rings, they did, like, it was forced perspective a lot to make them seem shorter, other than they're just being short guys. This is just, he's like half-scale Michelle Rodriguez.
Right. And then, just as she is into tiny men, he is into large women.
Yes. And he got an even larger woman now.
But, it's a weirdly heartfelt scene in this movie.
Yes. Yes, Michelle Rodriguez gets to dive into emotion in that scene. It's great.
Yeah, she's not just living her life a quarter mile at a time or whatever.
Oh, I have seen the A-Team. I've seen part of the A-Team, so I guess I've seen him.
Have you never seen Limitless? It feels like it's constantly on TV.
No, well, yeah, that's how I call it A-Team. I don't think I've seen Limitless. It may have been on and I just changed the channel, but like hangover movies, no. I forget if I saw Wet Hot American Summer. That might have been something I saw in college, like somebody had a DVD of it.
I mean, he's super young in that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, apparently, I guess the makers of this movie did a short-lived TV show with him, Kitchen Confidential, where he played a fictionalized Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, neat.
Before he was famous, it lasted 13 episodes, but I guess they called him up and said, hey, do you want to be a tiny man in this movie?
You want to come back for a bit role? Like, okay.
So it turns out he gives her back this walking stick that she had stolen for him, and it turns out it is a teleportation portal staff.
Yes, thinking with portals, because they fuck up a bridge riddle by accident. Well, Justice Smith, what the fuck's his character's name?
Simon.
Okay, Simon steps on the bridge collapses, and then luckily, this staff you convenient... Like, it feels like the DM bullshitting crap. It's like, you were supposed to solve the puzzle of the bridge, but the bridge is collapsed. Fuck it, that stick you have is a teleportation device. You could just port it to the other side. So they go to the under... So the Underdark is like a known thing. Yes, it's a big dungeon with drow and what kind of nonsense, and dragons and lava and all kinds of crap.
This movie's pretty light on the elves, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, it's fine. What the fuck are those monster thingies called? They're one of my favorite stupid gags in this entire movie. Oh,
the brain monsters?
Yeah, the things that look like walking butts.
Intellect devourers or something?
Something like that. Like they're like an old ridiculous thing from the old original D&D manuals and monsters.
Yeah, apparently they are called intellect devourers.
Okay, yeah, that's it. But they devour intellect. They look for smart characters with high int scores. And they just walk past the entire cast. That is a perfect gag. They're all idiots.
It's very much that episode of The Simpsons where the zombies just gotta feel Homer's head like he's a melon in a supermarket, and they just kind of pass him by.
Any other story would be like, they zoom in on the one smart character of the group. But with D&D, often you're playing even characters with high intellect who are kind of morons, just fumbling through life. So that scene gave me a massive chuckle.
I appreciate that we get like little glimpses of just monsters hanging around, and we get like the cat people and the bird guys, and I think when we're going through Hugh Grant's castle, we see, I think somebody told me those were rust monsters.
Yes, the little
rat things.
That threw me off because I never rust monsters are one of these things from the old original D&D. Some of the creatures were based upon little rubber toys, some of which I had as a kid, unrelated, and the rust monster was one of those. Like, I think they were vaguely they were based upon some Japanese toys that were sort of like knockoffs of Ultraman monsters or some shit.
Okay.
But anyway, the rust monsters are these little bug things with 4 legs, giant pinchers, and I didn't realize they were supposed to be like rat-sized as they are in this movie, unless they're baby ones.
Maybe they're little ones and big ones.
Yeah, but it's like there's lots of those things like in the background, like just a shot. It's like, that's a rust monster. We don't explain it. We don't tell you what it is. It's just there. If you know, it's like it's like the Ready Player One thing where like, oh, there's that thing. I know that thing. Yes. But it feels like most other movies, like they call out that shit more often. In this, it's like, yeah, that's just a rust monster. Yeah, we see a mimic at the gelatinous cube is more of a plot device later. But like, it's like just things, the lived-inness of the world in kind of a Star Wars-y way.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, they do get this helmet, but they have to deal with both a bunch of Thayan assassins. I guess these are like the zombie people.
Yeah, they're undead killers. Like Zank takes them all out in a really cool scene, while everyone else is just like the player characters are standing around watching this happen. But then the zombie guys get back up, and it's like, why did you bother to kill them? Whatever. It was a cool scene. Let's run.
Yes.
And then they run into Fat Dragon.
This is apparently Thember showed. I don't know if that is a...
Well, I would say Thember Chawd, but...
Okay. I just... Because showed is French for hot.
Oh, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Who is like a dragon from old things, but like he was a dragon of, I think, gluttony or something.
Well, that would make sense.
But never explicitly said to be, oh, this is a fat fucking dragon. This is just a dragon who likes food. But this movie took that to the extreme to make, like, the dragons in this more interesting visually. He's a giant fat dragon who gets around amazingly fast. He can't fly, but he moves.
Well, he can slide. This dragon is a heckin' chonker.
He's like a fat cat on a linoleum floor. Like, he just goes. Like that might be my favorite sequence in the entire thing. Them just being chased by the dragon. It's like, how do we get out of this? It eats most or all of the zombie guys.
Yes, but they escape. But unfortunately, they've acquired this helmet. Only the sorcerer can wear it, and once he puts it on, he's confronted with his noted ancestor Elminster Aumar, who I guess is also a noted D&D character.
Elminster is like the main fiction character that shows up in this movie, who I didn't even realize was Elminster until like late in the movie, or maybe not until after. But yeah, Elminster's like the big high muckety muck, like in the Forgotten Realms, like he's like the ultra wizard.
He's like the Gandalf.
Yes.
And in fact, looking at this picture, he is serial numbers rubbed off Gandalf.
Yes. Very much so. Although, usually, he's a white dude. Now he's not anymore. Or at least old art. I heard. Previous art I've seen of him.
I'm sure some people got real mad and nude and read about that.
Yeah, probably some people who never played D&D, despite the fact... Well, this is the first time we've seen him on screen. Yeah, he's black now. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I do appreciate how non-white this movie is.
Yes!
I mean,
Yes, like Eden's wife isn't. It's like,
yeah.
Yes, thank you. That's good. It's like, not everybody is a white character. Fine. Please.
I'm aware that this is vaguely based on European fantasy, but also they're dragons and cat people. I don't see why there wouldn't also be non-white people.
Also, there are more black people in actually European history than most people know about.
Also,
they just don't get covered that often.
Yes.
Like, there are black knights and saints.
Yeah.
or I guess they were Moors?
Yeah, Moors. Well, as in... one of the Knights of the Round Table was said to be black, which is why Transformers The Last Knight is surprisingly historically accurate.
Huh. Oh, yeah.
In one aspect, but not in any other aspect.
No. Well, Merlin is real, of course.
Of course, and he didn't look like Stanley Tucci. So
Simon is talking to his ancestor Elminster while wearing the helmet, and like Elminster is tormenting about, well, you have to have confidence to use this damn thing, and I think you're a shit wizard. Take it off, and flicks him in the head. But in reality, it's like he has the helmet on for like a split second and then just flies backwards. And
there's a very cool visual effect when he puts it on, and the people in the background just sort of gradually blur out.
Yeah, it's like sort of like when things like disintegrate. It's sort of what's the reverse of pareidolia?
Oh, jeez, I have no idea.
Or kind of, or like those paintings of the guy who was slowly going insane drawing his cats.
Louis Wayne.
Yes, it's very much like a feel of that, like it's cosmic horror happening as he puts the helmet on, which is really great visuals. But yeah, and when we come back to that later, which is a part we might skip over, like it turns out that's not actually Elminster, that's his self-doubt, like flicking him in the head. I was like, no, it's you are your own problem, not your ancestor. Although admittedly, I guess that's sort of like generational trauma, just hitting him in the skull.
So instead they come...
there's another thing, like Eden, all the time, like when they get the helmet and a few other things, he just like, I'll take the helmet, and then hands it to Simon to say, hold this. And it's a lovely gag that, like, it's one of the most D&D things, and it's actually off screen, but like you probably didn't realize it was happening.
I did not.
Like every time he hands a thing, there's a thing in D&D called a bag of holding.
Ah, okay, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Which is a bag that holds however much shit you put into it. So every time he hands it over to Simon, Simon sticks it in his bag of holding, which we just don't see.
Yeah, I did miss that entirely.
Like, yeah, that's such a subtle gag. And they don't call it out. I don't even think we see his bag. He just hands him all this shit. It was like, how could he carry the helmet and the other things? I think, like, the painting later he sticks in there.
So yeah, they come up with because this helmet is not working out, they come up with a very clever scheme in which they hide one of these portals in a painting, which is then to be transported into Hugh Grant's treasure vaults, because he's planning to load all this onto a boat and skip town before shit goes down with whatever this Red Wizard is planning.
So this is like a heist within a heist, but it's a reverse heist because they're putting the painting mirror thingy in with the treasure that's going in with the rest of the treasure. It's like, love that sequence. That's the kind of heist shit I love. Yes. I don't actually see enough heist movies. I still have not seen any of the Ocean's 11 stuff, the newer ones. I think I saw the original.
First one's good.
Okay, so they get worse?
The 13 is okay, 12 is pretty bad.
What about the one with the women? What was that one called?
Ocean's 8? I haven't seen that one.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, so it turns out this treasure is all being moved, so by the time they get there, it's all gone, and they all immediately get captured.
Yes.
And so they now, instead of, killing them immediately, it is time for them to participate in these games of death. As is the cast of the 80s Dungeons & Dragons cartoon.
Yes. Who, managed to survive, maybe.
Yes, because we see a bunch, amusingly there are a couple of varied parties of adventurers who have apparently all been captured.
Yeah, there's our heroes, there's the original D&D ones. I forget if it's one or two other parties.
I think there are a couple others because we need
there's a dwarf and another Erico or something that get chomped by the Displacer Beast.
Right, so they're putting in sort of this shifting stone maze that is populated by various notable Dungeons & Dragons monsters. So I was familiar with the gelatinous cube.
Yes.
Which is indeed just a big cube of Jell-O that eats people.
Yep.
You've got the mimic?
the mimic, which is the chest. Like, it's a classic thing. It's like, oh, there's this door or chest or chair or something. Oh, it turns out it's a monster in that shape, and it tries to eat them because there's various treasure chests scattered around the arena with weapons and things.
And then I was not really familiar with the Displacer Beast. I'd heard the name. I thought maybe it teleported or something.
Yes, but well,
it's got like squid tentacles that are holographic projectors.
Yes, because okay, there's multiple teleporting things. There's a Blink Hound, which actually does teleport. It's a dog thing. Displacer Beast, creates a hologram nearby of itself to confuse people while hiding. And it's based upon an old sci-fi tale called The Black Destroyer by A.E. Van Voigt.
Ah.
Yes, where the Coral, as it was called, in space, some astronauts, they encounter this big cat thing with tentacles on its back and on its planet. It's like they pick it up. It's like, it's just an animal. It's fine. It's not trying to kill them. But it is trying to kill them when they get on their spaceship. Oh, hey, it kind of also inspired Alien in a way.
Apparently enough that he actually sued Alien and got $50,000 out of it.
I mean, well, good for him. Because the very basics of it's this big black monster thingy with extra legs. And so the Coral has shown up in various RPGs, JRPGs, and ended up in D&D. Presumably they got, although it's called the Displacer Beast, but it's basically the same creature. Also, it's it shows up in cartoons every once in a while. I think Centurions has one.
Oh.
That Power Extreme, with
right. I mean, I know a lot of
clip things on.
Cartoon writers of that era were sort of old sci-fi nerds.
Yeah.
I mean, case in point, Donald F. Glut.
Well, yeah, sneaking Lovecraft and other things, but the Displacer Beast and the Coral, it's neat, and it's in this movie, in a big scene of just devouring people.
And this movie really does play the hits of Dungeons and Dragons monsters that filthy casuals like myself have heard of.
Yes, except, a Beholder is mentioned but doesn't show up. I guess they had to hold something back for sequels.
Yes.
But that was the main thing. It's because the Cube, Displacer Beast, Owlbear.
Yeah, we saw the Owlbear, we saw some dragons.
Yes.
So the Gelatinous Cube, the Mimic.
Jarnathan, the Aracella.
Yes. So, this is a cool action sequence of them sort of escaping this and...
by creative use of spells.
Yes, and they do indeed figure out that to get into... just due to the lowering and raising of these various platforms of this maze, they briefly zip into the gelatinous cube and then get out of it.
Yeah, because if you're in the gelatinous cube for long enough, it will dissolve you.
Yes, because we do see a bunch of skeletons and stuff in there.
Yeah, although it seems like it dissolves faster in this movie, or I'm just forgetting how long it's supposed to take for them to... Wait, actually, I could look at my monster manual and see if there's a reason.
As long as the plot requires.
Yeah, it is mostly the plot require thing.
And also there's a big hot air balloon with Hugh Grant's face on it.
Yes, which comes in handy later.
Which amuses me. So they escape. They find out that Hugh Grant is about to take off on this boat full of treasure. And they steal it, and Hugh Grant reveals his true colors by threatening to kill Chris Pine's daughter here. But, of course, they escape, and they're heading out on this boat, but then they realize that, clearly all these people were assembled for evil purposes, and that is that this sorceress is going to, or this wizard is going to cast this evil spell and turn this crowd into a bunch of zombies.
Yep. It's lure the entire town out there to cast a spell on them.
So instead, because Hugh Grant has promised a big surprise for everybody at the end, and instead of this being zombification, they use the teleportation thing to teleport this treasure from the boat out of what appears to be the mouth of this hot air balloon, which then begins puking treasure all over the town.
Yes. Luring people out of the stadium.
Which draws people out of the audience as if as if the road team has just won an NHL overtime game. And so there are very few zombies in which to create. But then she's decided she's just going to kill everybody. And so there is...
Which, like, the characters from the old D&D cartoon were in a cage in the stadium. Did they get out, or were they zombified?
I think that the creators have said that they escaped.
Probably.
And also they were not allowed to bring their unicorn into the competition, as would be considered a foreign object.
Yes. Oh, and like they also they're sort of aged up, kind of, in that they actually got a short man to be the barbarian kid. Oh
no, I was just wondering if that just meant that they'd been there for 30 years or whatever.
Possibly. But I do hope that they do another one. They're in there. Just lead up to eventually they get their own movie.
Well, they did escape in a Brazilian car commercial or something.
Yes.
Because I guess that really cartoon was crazy popular in Brazil.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have this big final fight with Sofina here, and it's very cool. There is Owlbear.
Oh yeah, and various spell usage, like the giant hands and things. Hand versus hand fighting was cool.
She makes a stone dragon come to life.
Yeah. It's all kinds of great stuff. And Ed, I swear, uses backstab.
Is that a thing?
To attack her. Well, yeah, it's a thief thing where if you get behind someone and attack them, you get critical damage or no damage, or forget it. I don't think I've ever played a thief.
And of course, at one point during this climactic heist, Chris Pine also uses his barding as a distraction.
Well, it's a distraction with a spell where Simon is creating an illusion of him that melts.
Yes.
Which was horrifying.
I appreciated the general distaste for his bardery. But one thing they do recover is that they do recover this tablet of revival, or
yes,
tablet of reawakening.
Yeah, because I guess the Red Wizard lady was going to use that to bring back her mentor, Evil Wizard.
Right, who I think we see in a flashback.
Yeah, we see him in a flashback, and also he's talking in a shadow in a creepy scene.
Also, apparently he's a guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh.
He was the warlock Piat Peri in the second season of Game of Thrones.
Sure. I've forgotten so much about that series.
He was also in that one Doctor Who episode where they meet Queen Victoria.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so eventually, they make sure that Sophia is extremely dead.
Yes. Yes, the owlbear goes Hulk on her.
Yes, and she gets crushed by a bunch of rocks.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the course of this, Michelle Rodriguez gets extremely impaled.
Yeah, with poison.
Yes. And especially it's a kind of poison that they've said, it cannot be cured.
Yeah.
But, and so Chris Pine realizes that, my wife lived her life, and, I really just want to bring her back for me. But Michelle Rodriguez is, my daughter. She's very important to my daughter. She's important to me.
Well, yeah, she's basically the mother of his daughter. She's raised her.
Yes. She loves her as much as she would love her own, or that she loves potatoes.
Oh, yes, the potato. I forgot to bring back the potato thing. Early, wants to eat potatoes early in the movie. It comes back a couple other times, and then at the end, Michelle Rodriguez disarms Hugh Grant by throwing a potato at him, which that is very much a D&D at the table. Can I throw a potato at him? What? Roll for it.
Can my character just love potatoes?
Yes. Yeah, that's another thing. The dumb things your characters do will become massively endearing over an entire campaign. She loves potatoes. She saves the day with a potato.
She just thinks they're neat.
Yes.
And so, Michelle Rodriguez is brought back to life. Sophia Lillis is all, okay, maybe you don't suck so bad. Maybe you can maybe we can date.
Yeah.
And then also this, the previous head of Neverwinter comes out of his coma, and, you know, our heroes are now heroes of the realm.
Yay!
And also, Yendar, or Zank Yendar, comes back to take Hugh Grant to jail.
Yes. Stuff him in the prison from the beginning. And he has the same exact plan of waiting for Jarnathan, who's always late.
Yes.
And fly him out of the window. But they bricked up the window.
Yes.
Poor Jarnathan, he gets slammed through a window, into the snow, and at the end into a brick wall. It's so good and so serious and so dumb. This is perfect D&D.
It's a really enjoyable. I mean, not knowing anything about Dungeons and Dragons, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, it's great. It's fun. It, like, in our one other Discord, like, people wanted to play after seeing the movie, including one of us who'd never played D&D before. So I had to be in that session. It's like, I will make this fun.
Yes.
So I was a goofy lizard man.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we get to play more at some point. Well, maybe it doesn't even have to be Dungeons and Dragons, because Wizards of the Coast has done some weird things recently.
Yes,
possibly Hasbro.
I don't entirely understand what's going on with that, but it is unfortunate.
Pinkertons, what the fuck? You have a good movie out, don't ruin shit.
What is this, 1872?
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still around. I'm bizarrely shocked. Like, they've been the villains in at least one video game, possibly 3.
I recommend this to the non D&D enthusiasts. It's a fun time at the movies.
Yes, he's good. It's fun. I hope we get sequels of some kind, or that TV show takes off really well. What the hell channel is it going to be? Or
I think it's going to be on
Internet.
Paramount Plus.
Dang it. Well, I guess it'll be an excuse to get Paramount Plus to watch Picard or something.
Well, and you can also watch Earthspark.
Oh, yeah. I have some of it on DVR. I just haven't gotten around to it because we haven't gotten to it for the podcast yet.
Yes, the show has been given a straight-to-series order and will consist of 8 episodes.
Okay, that should be good.
It'll be produced... showrunner will be Rawson Marshall Thurber. Also a comedy guy, interestingly enough.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, lots of comedy guys these days seem to play D&D.
He directed and wrote Dodgeball.
Ooh.
And We're the Millers.
I wonder if it's going to be a continuous series or more like an anthology.
That's a good question. Because, I mean, it does sort of lend itself to an anthology.
Yeah. It could be like anthology or just do like Mandalorian kind of stuff.
Right.
Like one character just bops around and does shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or one small party.
Yes.
Give us a wizard, damn it. I want fireballs.
Well, I guess, is there like a notable Dungeons and Dragons thing that you did not see in this that you would like to have seen?
If some of the main party had been like a Dragonborn or an Erico or something that's not just human with horns and ears. Mm-hmm. Like, that felt lacking. But other than adding some Muppet character as one of the main characters, and Beholder. Sequel, Beholder, give us that.
Any less notable monsters you want to see? I don't know, a Hook Horror or...
Ooh, Hook Horrors would be neat. Well, pretty much anything that was in the old D&D cartoon. I guess you could pull in like some other characters that were neat, like Warduke. Putting Venger in might be a little bit much if you're not going to have the D&D kids, but like Warduke is a character who was in stuff, but I only sort of really know about him as having a cool toy with a mask.
I mean, Peter Cullen is still around. You can get him for it.
Ooh, yeah. Although they're replacing him for the new movie that's coming out. The first Paramount animated movie.
Well, I mean, I guess he's like young Optimus Prime. And...
Yeah, I know. It's like they shouldn't cast Peter Cullen for that because it's a prequel where he's younger. And Peter Cullen can still do the Optimus voice, but a younger Optimus, I'm not sure he can do that. But Hemsworth is a fine choice as a young Optimus Prime,
sure.
or Ryan Pax. I don't know how good he is at voice acting, but he has range at normal acting and acting goofy and shit. I think he could probably pull off voice acting.
Yeah, I can't really think of him having done a lot of voice work, but I'm sure there's been something in there. Well, I mean, I guess he's on that that What If show where he's done Thor.
Oh, I still haven't watched that.
It's pretty decent.
Okay. Yeah, no, this was good. Stuff is good. We'll be back next week with the usual.
Yeah, we will be back next week, and of course, the two of us will probably be back at some point talking about random stuff that we saw.
Yes.
So until then, I'm Rob.
And I am your Dungeon Master, David. Da 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 da.
Okay.